Viewfinder. Image.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, guys.
Video.
Yes, this is Brandon, your video pest again.
It's Kelly.
And Kelly, she's eating and hopefully she's not going to go at me.
Ironically enough, I finished 4 enchiladas and now I'm eating some club crackers.
You can't have any more.
Right.
Anyway, the topic I'm going to cover this evening is why I love my iPhone. No, I'm not perverted. I'm just going to tell you the reason why I love my iPhone so much as far as the accessibility features go. The biggest one to me is I can use the phone right out of the box. Number 2, I don't have to pay a high price or a higher price than the average person who can see for a phone and accessibility.
Agreement.
That's another big plus. Some of you may ask me, what do you use your iPhone for? You're blind, you can't see. Well, let me tell you. This video being shot now for my YouTube page is being done on an iPhone. And before anybody asks me, no, there is no sighted person helping me do this. I'm doing this video completely by myself. With the aid of no sighted assistance.
And that's the biggest advantage of the iPhone. And also, I have a plus to add too. There's, it's so much easier to operate. And the iPhone tells you, it reads it right back to you. And it's real compatible.
So what else do we use our iPhones for? Well, we use them for our email.
Facebook.
We use
Twitter,
them for Facebook, Twitter, Skype,
Foursquare.
I use mine for YouTube videos like this one.
Viggle.
I use an app called Viggle to check into TV shows. iTunes, definitely. Oh, yes, and we cannot forget GPS while we're at it.
Oh, no, Waze.
Waze? Well, let's see. Yeah, I can list a number of GPS. We've got Waze, we've got Navigon. Pretty soon we will have Sendero GPS, which I'm actually looking forward to because of the fact that most of these mainstream GPSs don't give us the detailed information we need when we walk.
Like signs and whatnot?
Not just signs, but intersections. Say, go northwest on Dryden Avenue until you get to Bonnie.
Like if we're coming to a
before you come.
intersection or
Yeah, before you come to the intersection of Bonnie and Dryden Avenue. And they don't tell you what type of intersection you have, such as a 4-way intersection.
Or a 2-way.
Or a 2-way. What streets are parallel. Yeah, we need that kind of information. That's why I'm really excited about Sendero making a GPS app. I mean, some people have argued, yeah, I may think it's too late as well. But my point is, no, well, it kind of is for them. But my point is, it's exciting as far as if they do it right, we'll get all that information we need.
Yeah, and also not to jack up the price or...
Yeah, and that's another thing.
Amounts.
That would bother me. If Apple let them jack up the price to $900 to $1,000, that would really bother me. I don't think Apple will let them do that. So, those are some of the advantages of the iPhone that blind people have, such as Kelly and myself. And I'm going to tell you that autofocus feature in the camera rocks. We would not be able to do photos or videos like this one without that feature.
The camera's actually a pretty good camera.
Oh, it's a powerful camera.
And VizWiz too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about VizWiz.
That's another, kind of like having a sighted person in your pocket.
Pretty much. Although it's gotten slower over the past few updates.
Well,
And I know this is going to go to my Twitter page. So I have a request for the Roxio people or the ROCHCI people. Will you guys please, in future updates, will you please have web workers respond a little bit more quickly than they do, because they seem to be a little bit slow. And please take that Facebook feature out of VizWiz, because that really is a nuisance. I mean, do we really need that? I mean, we've got web workers. I mean, Twitter and email are okay, but do we really need the Facebook feature? I mean, because for me, it just sends spam to all my followers, and they're just going, what the hell are you doing? So please take that out. I beg you, and please make the web workers respond a little bit more quickly to answers. I mean, because when I first got this app and I started recommending it to people, they were just pretty much on the ball. But it seems like lately they've gotten very slow, and you have to sit there and wait for answers, and it's kind of ridiculous when you need an answer pretty quickly, especially when you're in a store. Such as what happened to me the other day. So if y'all could please improve that, that would be greatly appreciated.
And also, here's something else too. I use my iPhone to help one of the hops drivers out by looking up. She needed to know a time that a library in Copper's Cove closed. Well, I used it. I installed an app on the way home from school. And not only that, I used Siri and used that app too to help her look up the time that library closed.
How did Siri behave on that trip?
It was kind of quirky, actually.
Was it slow?
It didn't give adequate info, but I tried.
Yeah, that's another thing. Apple, you guys really need to improve Siri and the servers, because when you're out and about on 3G, Siri is just, I don't know what's going on with it, but sometimes it seems to be on the slow side, and I don't know if it's the phone or if it's you guys don't have enough adequate server space or what, but if it is the server, please get more server space. I know you're capable of doing it. You're the #1 company in the world right now, so, and you got a bunch of money. You got like over 80 billion.
A lot of fans too, Apple.
Yeah. Please just get more server space and improve Siri. I really want, and you know, and that's one more thing I'm going to say before we go. You guys over at Apple, don't get me wrong. You got cool ass products, okay? But for Siri, I understand it's in beta.
They're probably working on it.
But my question is, why in God's name, when you rolled it out last year, yeah, the email and text messages and stuff are fine, but why couldn't you add in, you know, to be able to turn on and off your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, at least? I would really love to see that. Oh, and also be able to turn up and down your brightness of your screen. I think that would be freaking awesome. So if any of you guys who actually work at Apple can pass that on to the higher-ups, or if any of the higher-ups happen to see my video on Twitter or YouTube, I'm a huge Apple fan, but we really need to have some work done with Siri as far as, you know, faster response time and more adequate and more things that you can do with it. Because right now, don't get me wrong, Siri's a good program, but it's not.
You ask it something and it'll tell you something completely different.
It's not being used to its full potential, so if we can work on that, that would be great. And
I still don't understand the brightness thing.
I'll explain that later. We'll see y'all later.
Later.
Bye.